Hi, today I would like to show you how I made this fishbowl, or rather how I scaped this fishbowl. It is housing a betta fish, some cherry shrimp and some snails. I tried to create the best environment possible inside this fishbowl. I hope you like the video, I hope you enjoy watching it and that you learn at least something new. Comment, like and subscribe. Let's get into the video. For this fish tank I'm gonna be using this 38-liter fishbowl, which was provided for free for us. I'm also gonna be using some Aquasoil, some gravel, both leftovers from other projects. I'm gonna be using some of these cool sticks. I'm gonna be using this rock, which was quite cheap. I'm also gonna be using some cyanoacrylic glue. So onto scaping and first layer of gravel, which I later flatten using my hand. After flattening the gravel, I decided to add the Aquasoil on top and did the same as I did with the gravel, flatten it and spray it around using my hand. Once I'm done doing this, I place the rock inside, trying to find the most interesting face of the rock, and then start escaping. I'm gonna spare you the hours that I spent trying to find a configuration that work. After placing this one, and liking it, I started gluing the piece down. And like that we go. That was easy and didn't take me, well, for you it wasn't that long. For me it was a couple good hours trying to make all of this work. So here you can see it from all sides. You can see some of the ugly glue spots, but I will try to fix that later on using some of the plants to hide it. I think it's looking pretty good so far. And with that done, I move on to the plants. So let me show you what I have for this. I have one pot of Cephalandra, which is going to be used for accents, one pot of Heliocaris for the foreground, and one pot of Sylvania as a floater for the top. And to cover the glue and my mistakes, I'm going to be using some Java moss. These plants are going to provide finer textures to the scape. For the back of the scape, I'm going to be using 2 pots of Rotala. I'm also going to be using 1 pot of Sagittaria. And after cleaning the plants, I prepare for planting. First added some water to the soil. Checked that it was enough, but clearly it wasn't enough. And after seeing again, I thought, yeah, it's definitely not enough. So I added some more water, as you do. And there we go. But then I remembered that I didn't add the gravel that I wanted, so that scape would look a bit more natural. So I added some more of that, checking the wood, and added more towards the back. Overall, all of this extra gravel is gonna help create more surfaces for the beneficial bacteria to grow on, and in my opinion it makes it look a bit better. The plain black Aquasoil in my opinion doesn't look very natural, so adding some of that extra gravel breaks up the scape a bit more and makes it have a bit more texture to it. And with the gravel address, I move on to planting. I first started with the Sagittaria, planting it around the rock. I had to use my hands due to the fact that I didn't have any tools. And after that, I just started planting all of the plants using the same technique. And those are all our foreground plants. I decided to grab a cutting of Anuvia from a different tank and use it as a bit of a key or like center point within the scape, and I put it between the branches. After finding a good spot for it, I just jab it into it without having to use any glue whatsoever. And with the Anuvia in place, I decided to add the rest of the plants for the scape. Oh, the Anuvia got out of place, gotta put that back, and with that, all our plants are there in the bowl, except obviously the floaters that will go later. So I'm just going to move this to where it's going to be and fill it up. And there you have it, that's the bowl. That's day 3, and I didn't like it. It wasn't looking all that great. It just looked empty. I thought it wasn't enough. The aesthetics wasn't really what I was trying to go for. I wanted to go for a pond kind of feel and a heavily planted tank, and I thought I would be patient enough to wait for the plants to grow, but in the end I went and bought more. Here I got 3 plants for the background, and these plants are gonna help me fill up the space better and create more textures and different focal points of interest. I got a cutting of Hydrophila angustifolia, beautiful plant. A cutting of Ludwigia palustri, which has some interesting colors within it. And some Elodia densa, which I thought could add some interesting textures to the background of the scape. After planting those, I got myself a water lettuce. With this plant, I think I can finally complete the vision that I had at the beginning, that pond kind of feel with the big water lettuce floating at the top. I think it looks really good and really cool. I hope you also enjoy it. By the way, if you're wondering, what you can see there is an earthstone. I decided to add both an earthstone and a Hita because in the end we decided to add a Betta fish. So this is the new member of our family. For the time being, his name is Ganesha, and we let Ganesha acclimate for 30 minutes. In the meantime, we also decided to start adding some of the snails. These are 3 nerate snails that are gonna go into this fish tank. They are really cute and they don't need to be acclimated, so I added them straight into the fish tank. 30 minutes later, we let Ganesha join them. Isn't he a cutie? A couple days later, we also decided to add some cherry shrimp. We bought 12 cherry shrimp with the hope that they will create a larger breeding colony within the bowl. We drip acclimated the shrimp for a total of 2 hours. Between an hour and 2 hours is the recommended time to drip acclimate shrimp, since they are quite sensitive to drastic changes in their environment. And with the shrimp in, the build is complete. I think it came out pretty good. What you're seeing there are catappa leaves, which we added later, which we thought it could be beneficial for both the shrimp and the betta fish. It was really fun scaping a fish bowl. It was really interesting. I think this is how everybody should be doing fish bowl and around this size of a fish bowl. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. Enjoy Ganesha swimming around and see you next time.